Hi guys, and today we're going to be having a little look at Mirror's Edge. Okay, so there's two modes to Mirror's Edge, story and race. Story is the main grunt of the game, consists of an 8-hour campaign the first time through, and a bit easier with a 5-hour campaign the second time through once you know what you're doing. The race mode is basically a time trial mode with a leaderboard section, but it's pretty shitty because there's a lot of cheats going around. The game is published by Digital Illusions, or as you may know them, DICE, the creators of the the new Battlefield series. Let's have a look at some of the options that are in the game. As you can see, not a high amount of options, but it doesn't matter, the game looks stunning nonetheless. Also, you got your audio options, and you've got your game settings, including subtitles, and your units in metric, reticle, which will be turning off for this, and runner vision, which will be turning on. So let's save these settings, and let's have a little look at some gameplay of Mirror's Edge. The loading times are quite short, but they're quite repetitive, so as you can see, graphics are stunning. They're beautiful. Bloody beautiful. Gameplay's pretty linear. Generally, all you're doing through the game is running. Little story, small spoilers. You're a runner, city's under control by the government, totally locked down, and the only way to get messages through that are illegal are by runners. And that's basically free runners. And I have died almost instantaneously. The game doesn't have a lot of love for making mistakes. So, and as you can see, some of the jumps that we're performing are completely ridiculous. So this isn't a realistic game. Things you can do in this game are crazy, and you should not try these things at home. But as I say, the graphics are really crisp. The controls are very tight. It's really easy to do everything. Everything's very fluid, as it should be in a free running game. The worst thing you can have in a free running game is clunky controls, in my opinion. The graphics, as you can see, are quite nice. This is running on quite standard machine, consisting of a 560 Ti, AMD Phenom 2 Black Edition Quad, run at 4.1 GHz at the moment. So it's not exactly the best machine. RAM, I've got 8 gigs, but you don't really need to go into RAM. And I'm running Windows 7. So anybody wanting to be able to run this game, and this runs at a full 60 FPS, but for the sake of recording, it's running at a steady 30. The game's bloody awesome. Like, when you're playing it, apart from, to be honest, a shitty story, it's really cliche, and you don't really care about the people in the game, if I'm totally honest. But the actual gameplay itself more than makes up for it, and because this game's quite old now, I'd say it's probably a good 4 to 5 years old, that it'll be really cheap to pick up. So if you can get this game for £4 or £5 on the PC, or if you can get it for that price pre-owned on your Xbox or PS3, I'd definitely pick it up, and you'll see some core footage coming up in a second. At the moment, we're doing a little bit of Die Hard action, bit of duct action. The animations in the game are really nice, and as it's by DICE, you know it's going to be a quality engine. So we are running up here, doing a little turn and climbing. There's some small puzzle aspects to the game, and not very difficult, to be honest. Later on in the game, some of the puzzles, they're more difficult just because this is a platformer, and platforming can get a bit tricky with just drops and not hitting the right edges and stuff. But to be honest, if you want to do this game properly and quickly, it'll be on your second time through, so you'll be knowing where, because it's a linear game, exactly where you're going. and the paths through the game. So for instance, your first time playing, you'd probably climb this ladder, but for your second time playing, you see you need to get to this ledge. You can just literally run up the wall. I say that. Run up the wall, turn around, and jump over. So it saves time, and you can just be fluid. And the game will take no more than 4 to 5 hours, which, for enthusiasts, doing the time trial of the whole game can be quite rewarding. For others, 4 to 5 hours for a second playthrough, it's not really good bang for your buck. And if you want bang for your buck, probably this isn't the game to get unless it is really cheap. Paying full price for this game, which I did back in the day, of about £30 from the UK, probably not worth it. But even though I paid £30, I played through the game a couple of times, and I had a very fun time playing it through, and I'd highly recommend it. So let's have a look at what's about to happen here. I'll quit any spoilers if I can. The small spoilers, so you're just gonna have to deal with that, I'm afraid. Look at him, he's a fat bastard, isn't he? He's proper chunky. No. Oh, I'm a little woman and I just kicked your gold fucking teeth ass. Bitch. Anyway, so we brutally murdered that man. Small spoiler alerts, so. And now we're going into the meaty chunks of the game. Small load screen there. Usually it's pretty good with load screens. What the hell's right there? Holy crap. So here comes some meaty chunks. Oh god. Oh god. Run! Something about my shaft. I don't know really what he was saying there. Whoa. Anyway, I just say the animations in the game just make the game so beautiful to look at, and oh, something about a shaft again. But as you can, like, small puzzle here again, nothing too major. Oh. Wow. There we go. I don't know really what to say about the game as a whole. It's just really fun and quite challenging. And then the second time you play it through, you feel like a parkour master, but you feel that you kind of got slightly ripped off if you paid a lot of money for the game. So but as you can see there, it makes you feel good when you do something like that. It makes you feel like, holy shit, I'm epic. Look at these abs, do you even lift? But I don't know, it's pretty awesome. Small puzzle aspects everywhere. Just all in all, an awesome game. It has PhysX support, as you can see there, for NVIDIA users. And some really annoying sirens in the background. And just some of the things you can do, like you feel like you're in a movie or something. And that's a cinematic experience that happens a lot nowadays in games. Back in the day, apart from like Half-Life did it really well, but actually feeling epic in a video game doesn't really happen. So like, just jumping on this, like sliding down an elevator, I feel like James Bond. Oh no, he just slapped me in the head with his gun, and then we just fucking made him do a somersault. So you can shoot people. The gun mechanics kind of suck though. You can also punch and kick people in the balls. Quite satisfying if you don't like balls. Slided past that dude, and then give him a bit of kick in action, punch in action, and we are dead. And that sucks for me. But anyway guys, I'd say this gets the Baron's seal of approval, and I'm going to give this probably a good buy. If you can get it cheap, buy this game. If not, don't buy. So that's all for now guys, and as usual, it's been an amazing day.